Hello, good morning. Welcome to another episode of XR Talk Show. Today we are going to code Emacs Lisp. We're going to code several Emacs Lisp commands for you Emacs fans. And here's my keyboard. Glove 80, fantastic. I have reviews on my website and YouTube live video reviews. Glove 80, ultimate hacking keyboard, ultimate, fantastic. Nulia trackball, fantastic. Actually, I've been thinking maybe asking the Game Boy guys to give me one so I can help them sell, and I would love it. And this is Logitech, very common. Gamers, for the gamers, they got spin wheel, fantastic. And this being delayed and delayed, this is the most fancy input device, a keyboard. This is called Svalbard, S-V-A-L-B-O-A-R-D. Svalbard, data hand. If you search it, you'll find it. Of course, then there's a left-hand side. We'll be using it, but not yet. So much delay, so I'm gonna. Sorry about that. So I promote them for each of my live stream until one day I'm using it, and I'll let you guys how it goes. Okay, so let's begin today's main topic, which is Emacs Lisp coding. One of my mainstream topic. If you are here, say hi. If you are not here, feel free to skip around because I talk random-ish, non-stop. Okay, today's topic is we're gonna write a few Emacs command. One of them is toggle-theme, toggle-theme. For example, if I do it manually, that would be load theme, meta x load theme. Okay, then you pick a theme. Now my favorite is deep blue for at night. So deep blue. So there it is. Can you see it? Yes. Thank you, Crystals. Is Linden superior to Wolfram language? Linden? Are you kidding? Linden scripting language. It's the worst programming language ever possible. Worse even than Perl, okay? Worse than Bash, worse than Perl, worse than the worst shit. That's the Linden scripting language. That's what you're talking about, right? I'll talk about that after. Let's do Emacs Lisp first, because Linden scripting language, that's the scripting language for Second Life of Linden Labs. Second Life is the virtual reality. I lived in it for like 4 years, every day, like 8 hours a day. Quite interesting. I talked about that many times. And they got the Linden scripting language, which is very different in nature from all the programming languages, because it's virtual. You programming a virtual world anyway. But that's a worst language. Okay, so today we're gonna dark theme. We're gonna write toggle dark theme. Okay, so to disable it, you call disable theme. Okay, then disable it. Okay. So now you got the white background. Okay, let's set background. Set background color, which is my usual color. Which color? Honeydew. Okay, honeydew. Which one is it? Honeydew. Yeah. Okay, this is my normal. This is normal. My normal theme. No theme, just background color. So we're gonna write that. Then we're gonna write a Wolfram eval current line. I'm gonna show you. That's for Wolfram language. I'm gonna enhance that command. Then we're gonna write a xah-print-list and xah-print-hash. That's Emacs Lisp. So when you have a list, usually it prints in one line, so it's hard to read. But instead, you want one item per line. So we're gonna write that. Okay, so hello Dan from Spain, fantastic Spain from Europe. Bruyo, hi Kasa, I love your streams, especially the math content. I think that's let's see, math content. Thank you. Okay, Yeah, it's great to hear you guys, what you guys like to see my live stream, because I do lots of things. Linden is the most eloquent, carefully crafted language. Yeah. Okay, so let's begin to write. Okay, so I'm using xah-flag keys. You probably know already xah-flag keys. Okay, that is xah-flag keys. Okay, source code 4,000 lines, and you can get it for free. And it's the most efficient key binding system for Emacs. More efficient than Vim, more efficient than NeoVim, more efficient than EvoMod. On the left here, it's usually pink window. So let's set background color pink. Okay, okay. So this window shows all my command calls and keystrokes as I type them. So undo, so you can see. And the keys on the left side, I'm using a Vorak keyboard layout. Okay, let's begin. So close that. Xah-flag keys. Okay, copy that. Close. Write a toggle theme. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. And delete that section, and delete that section. Okay, so also delete that showing browser. That's what we're gonna do today. So you see, this is, I'm using xah-flag keys and xah-html, the most efficient possible. So yeah, so themes. Okay, so let's start a Emacs Lisp code block. So D for define, and I'm using xah Emacs Lisp mod. You have to pay to get it, because for 20 years nobody pays, and I became tech support abused. And so now you pay, and it's open source. I sent you the source code. Okay, define xah-toggle-theme. Okay, toggle theme. Let's just say that. Okay, let's not be too elaborate. Let's just get to work. So let's say load theme, not load. Okay, load theme. Okay, and the theme name will be, what is it? Deep blue, I think. Load theme. Deep. What? Deeper blue. Okay, deeper blue. Okay, now in the other case, I want to disable themes, so that would be disable theme. What's the documentation? Lookup describe function. So disable theme, you have to give a theme name. Disable all variable and phase settings by the theme. Okay, list of okay. Okay, let's just go simple. So it requires an argument. So yeah, so let's just say that we can enhance the command later to have, to have a different choices of themes to toggle. Now this toggle theme command is basically just designed to toggle into the dark theme. So at the daytime you have daytime theme, light theme. Then but anyway, I'm just gonna do this. Okay. So how do you know if the theme is already enabled or not? I mean, what's the current state? Okay, let's find out. So describe function, disable theme. So it says, disable variable. So see this variable for a list of enabled themes. So after theme has been disabled, runs disable theme functions. Okay, what is that? Abnormal hook. Okay, that's a hook. We don't care. Go back is L. So let's look at custom enabled themes. Value is nil. List of custom enabled custom themes. Emacs themes is annoying because you can enable a theme, not just one. You can enable another theme, so they kind of supposedly combine them. Why does Emacs people do that? Because supposedly, it's more functionality, it's more power. That's why, customizable, so you can customize everything. But You know, a theme, you should just be one theme. I mean, what's the point of combining themes? So I suppose the idea is that each theme can be a theme of just minimal, you know, like one theme for background, another theme for coloring text. So you can combine, you know, you can pick different themes that like modularization, like theme became modules. So you can create your best theme by combining them. That's, I suppose that's the idea of allowing more than one theme to be enabled. But I think it's silly. It's, you know, it's kind of like over engineering. All the existing bundled themes in Emacs, they are full themes. They are not just, you know, small part of it. So the result of this over engineering is complexity. You know, custom enabled themes. Okay, so the current value is nil. Basically, I want to disable all themes. Okay, is there a function that just basically disable all themes? You know, so this custom thing is no good. Okay, so I don't know. So we have to look for. So two things we need. We need to find the current state of themes. Okay, let's write it out. So we have clarity, especially for later viewers. Ching, thank you, Chris. Afterward, can you show how you insert current date? Oh, that's easy. So current date, there it is. So suppose you want full ISO date, so you can pick the USA style, United States deep state style. That's the typical USA style. So universal command first, press the key to insert. So that command is called xah insert date, and you can find it, cancel. Okay, cancel. Okay, there it is. So you can find that just by Google search. Okay, wait. So Google search xah lookup web. There it is. xah insert date time. Click. There is the code. Okay, so you can. It's for free for you guys. Okay, so custom. So first problem, find out what's the current enabled theme, if any. Okay, so if there's no theme, then you enable. Otherwise, you disable. Okay. Okay, so this is one possibility is using that, but I don't think. But I think maybe there's a simple way. So now you go to xah Emacs blog, click on xah Emacs tutorial, search for themes. Okay, it's not here. You click on Emacs init, search for theme. There it is, set color theme. So everything you need to know about color themes in Emacs is here. Okay, so you got load themes. That's how you load a theme, or you can use customized themes to get this GUI, then clear color theme, disable theme. Yeah, but then you need a theme name. Let's look up. I want a easy way to disable all themes. The problem here with this disable theme is that it requires a theme name. Okay, set color theme in Emacs init. That's how you do it. Theme gallery, so it's a gallery of all the themes bundled with Emacs. You can look and compare. So those are dark themes, and there's light themes. Okay, so yeah, okay, my documentation doesn't say. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, so what? Talk show close. And this is showing browser Emacs blog close. Okay, let's just code in. Let's see. is this a function or a variable? So, oh, okay, so it's nil, that means there's no theme. If, okay, if this is nil, if it's true to something, if it's nil, then do that, okay? Then load theme. Now, if it's not nil, then you disable it. Okay, that's I think that's it. So this function will just toggle. Okay, let's eval the buffer. Try it. Okay, so Emacs xah-toggle-theme. Do it. Fantastic. Beautiful. Call it again. Beautiful. Okay, that's it. That's it. So we don't even need this. Clean up the code. Beautiful. Toggle a that's full documentation. Toggle the deep blue theme. Okay, full documentation. Now put it back. Syntax correct. Show in browser. Fantastic. That's one thing done. Next, we're gonna call this xah-wolfram eval current line, or let's call the print list first. Okay. So let's colorize the command name. Do it and do it. Turn it into HTML. Show in browser. That's what we're gonna do. xah-print-list. Ching. Can you show the insert current date? Yeah, that's already done. Hey, Jason Jones. Reza, hi. Did I get my drink? Okay, I need to get my drink. So that's today's drink is brought to you by cranberry and watermelon juice, no sugar added. Never drink or eat anything with man-made sugar. For those of you concerned about diet. Okay, next. Next we're gonna do, let's organize, let's put this one to the top. Okay, that is already done. Then xah-print-list, okay, and xah-print-hash. Okay, let's write it. Emacs Lisp code, write those. Okay, pop it out. Define function that. Okay, print list one item per line. Okay, let's do that. Do I have it already written? Sometimes I forgot. So let's go to xah packages, search for util. There it is, Emacs util. Open it. List matching lines, define. So let's see if there's there is a print hash. It's already there. Print. Okay, there's print hash is already there, and in fact I have it on a website. So go there, show in browser, xah-print hash. How fantastic! You can grab it. So that's print hash. Okay, let's copy the code. Actually, I don't need to copy the code because it's so simple. But close. Okay. But anyway, here's a code for that. So how do you print the list? You want to. So actually, okay, this needs improvement actually. So you see this print hash, it map hash, so it goes through every item in a hash table, and for each key and value, it call print. Okay, that's how it works. But this is not the most efficient. because let's say if you have a hash table of 1000 items, this will call print 1000 times. In fact, it print twice, it call print twice, so 2000 times. So every time you call, the more times you call a function, the slower it is. And also, every time you interact with the input and output, it's even much slower. So there's a much more efficient way to do this. Let me do that in here. So for example, first of all, let's do it one of the way. Okay, so you need a you need a list there. Let's list, that's the argument. So you want to print the list, okay, and lambda, lambda x. So you just here which one you want. So there are several versions of print in Emacs Lisp. So let's just say print, okay? So you want to print it, format x, okay? That's it, basically. So that's one way to do it, the inefficient way. So we don't need the let anymore. Okay, clean it. Okay, date, date. Okay, that's one way to do it. Let's eval the buffer. Okay, eval the buffer, done. Now let's create a list. Okay, so let's say a list number sequence. So number sequence in Emacs Lisp is like range in Python and other programming languages. So let's say from 1 to 50, increment 1. Okay, so that gets you a list. And for example, let's run it. You can see at the bottom. Now let's call this command on it. There it is. Okay, run it. You see, so let's go to the message buffer. You can see it prints him out like that. It adds an extra line, so you don't so that's because of the print function adds an extra line. Output in printed representation with new line around it. Actually, you don't need this format because print takes care of it. So you just like that. Yeah. Eval, it still does print the new line though. You see. So close that. So so if you don't want, so let's try it. So if you see okay, so it doesn't, so it still prints an extra new line. So you can look up the print documentation. There are several print document in Emacs Lisp. So I can show you again. Go to Emacs Lisp Basics. Go there. And there is a section on print. So there it is. So this is all possible ways to print in Emacs Lisp. So you got messages, you got insert, which insert into the buffer. Then you have print, print 1, print C, kind of confusing. So every time, like, I have to read the documentation. Like, the difference is that some of them prints a new line, some of them does not. Some of them prints in a Lisp readable way. So when you have a string, it will print the quote. But some of them do not do that. When you have a string, it just print the string without a quote. So it's more readable. So that's the difference between print and print 1 and print C. So every time I have to like read it, which one is which. So prints in Lisp syntax, that means includes a quote. Add a new line, okay? So optional ag for target buffer. Okay, so print 1. So print C does not add a new. Oh yeah, so in this case it doesn't print the quote because those are numbers, those are not list. Okay, so actually I want print C. Okay, eval show. Okay, now it does that, no new line. So what you can do is then you print C again, then just a new line. Okay, yeah, but then it becomes more inefficient. Try it so you can see. There it is. Okay, but basically that's that's a command. But now let's do it the more efficient way. So let's write a second version. Okay, this version will be not using map. We'll use map concat. Okay, this is more proper function because it doesn't call print 1000 times. If you have list of 1000 items, it call this function one time to convert a list into a giant string. So let me show you. So the sequence is gonna be the list and optional separator. Yes, we want that, and that is gonna be a new line. And what is the function you want to map to? Of course, format. Because sometimes a Lisp item, let's say, is a const cell or something other than a simple number or a string, then you want to format it because otherwise it prints some kind of garbage or unpredictable things. So anyway, format. So you want to write a function here, lam for lambda, and for each item you format it. Okay, prettify the code. That's it. It just return this string. Okay, once you return this string, you need to print it. So print. Okay, print this thing. Okay, fantastic. Now eval it. Go here, eval, show the messages buffer. Fantastic. Is that what we want? Yes, that's what we want. Okay, let's test a different case. For example, something, this list, random number. Okay, then let's say another list. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how does that work out. Run it, show message buffer. Oh, so you see, so it, this is what it prints. Now we don't want the quote at the beginning and end, so we don't want print, we want print C. And then at the end, after you print it, you print C again with a new line. So there it is, our function. Beautiful. Now eval it and eval this, showing. Wait, close that. Let's eval. Go to messages buffer. There it is. It prints that. Then it. Okay, some more things to fix. But anyway, that's a command. Okay, so eval. Yeah, you see at the end it prints double quote. That's not what we want. Let's say print without argument. You cannot do that. It requires an argument. Okay. So why is this? Let's just eval that. You see, eval show, so it prints that quote. Now why is that? Is because print in a more human readable format, no string delimiters. So, but if you have a line return, it adds string delimiters. Is that right? Print one does not add new line at the end. Oh, print C, okay, print C, no new line at the end. Yeah, but we want a new line. Print one. It should work, but I don't know. Print one, let's just try print one, okay? So eval that, try that, and it still does that, okay? Try this, it still does that. Okay, I need to, am I not thinking about something I don't know? Print C doesn't print a new line and print in a human readable way. Yeah, but we do want to, oh wait, okay. So you want to, so actually you see this function, and it's a bit hard to explain. You know when this function, yeah, it's a bit complicated to explain. So this function, basically there's a difference when you call a function within a Lisp program and when you call a function and it automatically output to the message buffer. So you see, whenever you run a function, it automatically print, when you call a function like right now, like we are calling eval, you can see we are calling eval buffer there, eval last 6. So when you do that, the function will do whatever it does, such as print. But when you eval last symbolic expression, it will also automatically print whatever the function returns. So in fact, it kind of print twice. The first time is whatever the function actually do, because our function actually does print. So so they print to the messages buffer. So that's one time. Then, because you are calling the eval sexp, it will also print automatically the output of this function. Now, what is the output of this function? It is, so what is the output of this function? Eval, empty string. It returns this string itself. Therefore, you see, that's why you see that, because it is Emacs, that's auto print to message buffer, that created these quotes. Okay, so what does that mean? Is it a problem? No, it's not a problem. You want to make sure what you want to. You want this function to return a string. Okay, let's put documentation. Okay, if called, the function returns a string. Okay, that's so this function will return a string. So let's make local variable x. So let's say x string, let's say x out. Okay, then set x out to be this string. Okay, then you print it. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's side effect. But what's the return value? Well, in the case, the print function returns the string itself. So let's remove that, clean up the code. That's how it looks. Evaluate it, and let me show you another way to interactively call it. So we're gonna call this function, but we want to insert the result of the function right here. Okay, so what you do is you call control U universal argument, then eval last sex. You see, so it returns a string, correct? But if you look at the messages buffer, you see it doesn't print that quote. Beautiful. Does that make sense? Is my explanation clear? Ching, thank you, Chris. I thought dark theme is bad. Yes, in general it's bad, but sometimes it's useful. Like when all the lights, if your wife is sleeping, you want all the lights are out. You don't want the shiny screen because that's disturbing. So when the only case I have dark theme is when the lights are all out. That's a use case. Okay, but usually dark theme is not really good because many of the programmers, the online fad, the CSS guru idiots, they are very popular. They are the Google's web design lead, or they are promoted by Hacker News. This is CSS Fox, the web design. They are the designer of something, some Signal 37 fuck. They created this fad and myth and unscientific, okay, and also Apple, But anyway, so basically dark theme, when you have dark theme, let's run it, xah-toggle-theme, okay, and also go here, xah-toggle. By the way, this is PowerShell. Let me show you the power of PowerShell. xah-toggle-theme. So watch my browser. Okay, do it. There it is. Dark theme, the whole thing. Xah Twitter, XCOM, and xah Discord. You see, so you can get this command, xah-toggle-theme, if you just search it in PowerShell. You see, but you see, Emacs does not respect the operating system's dark theme setting. So for Emacs, you have to manually do it. xah-toggle-theme. Anyway, so why is dark theme bad? Usually it's harder to read. Okay, and how can you prove it? You can prove it by watching YouTube videos. Okay, if you go watch YouTube videos like right now, and if they are doing coding, like the screen is full of code, then when you turn on dark theme, you will immediately realize it's hard to read. Okay, so that's dark theme is actually just harder to read because naturally in human history we don't we see things under the sunlight. At night we don't go out, otherwise you got eaten by lions and wolves. Okay, so at night, so your eyes is more adapted under the bright sunlight, not the glowy dark theme shit. Okay, that's a correction to the a poke to the myth of the programmers. Those are Hacker News. Those are the Unix hackers, Unix Python elite heads. They tell you what to do. And often, half of the time, they are just wrong. But they make money, they are the influencers. They are the so-called thought leaders, the Silicon Valley, full of these scammers and grifters, okay? So anyway, so you can check, see which one is easier to read. So bright theme or dark theme. Let's try again. Bright theme, dark theme. Okay, let's go back to bright theme. Okay, so anyway, toggle it back. Okay, so what's next? We got one more thing to do. So let's clean up the code. So there are two versions. This version is less efficient because it prints 1,000 times. This version is efficient and better, okay? And besides, you can just, anyway. So, yeah, so, and the print hash, same thing. We just fix it to use the map concat, okay? Put it back, syntax correct, show in browser. Fantastic. Now we got one more thing to do. So it's already 50 minutes. Okay, one more thing to do. Ching. Can you explain the ergoemacs logo? The fat man on couch, yes? Okay, yeah, so Emacs logo, so you can go to just search for xah Emacs blog. You will arrive at xah code, my website. Next page, go to Emacs blog, then go, this navigation bar at the top goes to the top of the directory, the top of the project, and then you go down, video tutorials, all my best videos on Emacs and Emacs Lisp is here. Okay, this section, this page is new, so check it out. By now I've done, like what's today's episode? Showing browser, Xah Talk Show episode 576. So by now I've done 500 videos, this. Okay, so back to Emacs tutorial homepage, go down. There's a fun section, Emacs fun section. So here is a section of fun things. Okay, so one of them is logo. So my website, I used to run ergoemacs.org. Complex story anyway. So, but now I all merged back to xah-info. xah-org or xah-info. Okay, that's my two websites I run now. But I used to, for 10 years or so, I had all my Emacs stuff is on ergoemacs.org. So ergoemacs is a Emacs distribution I began around 2008. Okay, 2008. And one of the guy who joined the team is David Capello. Okay, David Capello, he's a great programmer, but he's a C programmer. Okay, he loves C. So that's different from me. His idea is that you just need to be practical. C is the most practical of them all. But he's a great programmer. Okay, so he helped a lot in ergoemacs because ergoemacs is a complete Emacs distro. You download a zip file, especially for Windows. Yeah, for Windows, you download a zip file, everything runs, everything's set up. So one of the feature is the ergoemacs key binding, which eventually became xah-fly keys. Okay, so anyway, but David Capello is also, By the way, he's a great programmer. He's most famous for creating Sprite. Okay, so he's into classic arcade game stuff, gaming. He's a game programmer too, and so his most famous project is this turn on JavaScript Sprite, very popular. So this program is for creating pixel art animations. So if you are creating, classic games, you need a lot of pixel art. Let's see, can we play some, kind of like that. So this program is just for creating this pixel art. There's a lot of great funny examples you can see. So anyway, so he helped, and he's also, by the way, he's also an artist. He draws. So he created this mascot. He just, I didn't ask him to design a fat guy or something. He just created entirely this thing on his own. So, and I liked it. So that became the ergoemacs logo. This fat guy watching TV with the remote control. This is kind of classic theme of the 90s, I would say. So then he also created some variant logos, but I didn't like this though. But I like the this fat guy. Okay, that's that. Okay, one more thing, one last code we need to do. Okay, let's just code it fast. xah-print eval current line. Okay, so okay, if I do quickly, then most people wouldn't know what I'm doing. But if I do slowly with the explanation, it will take like 20 minutes. So maybe let's do it another day, shall we? So how are you guys? Did you guys like today's talk show? How are you guys from Spain? How many people watching? 5, or is it 1? Which window? Okay, so close that. 8 people watching. Fantastic. I think that's it for today. This eval current line, let's do it next time. This Wolfram language, okay? Let me talk random for a while, for 5 minutes. Okay, so delete that. Go to to-do. Now I have 1,000 to-dos piled up. So search for talk show. So this page is a bunch of talk show possible to-dos, like usually items that I can easily do without preparation, so a bunch of things. Anyway, so we do that next time, and meanwhile go to xah code. Let me talk random about several things. Keyboard block, very interesting. Emacs blog, programming blog, web dev blog, math blog, oh my god, Jesus, Unicode blog. Okay, so let me show you my Unicode blog. There's some interesting things. Gun emoji history, the history of gun emoji. Okay, so since 2016, the USA kind of very corrupt deep state, they started to change the meaning of English. They are trying to erase, change the meaning of English words by force. If you don't obey, if you don't use the jargon or terms they think you should, you got banned from YouTube, from Twitter, the Jack Dorsey's Twitter. You got banned from lots of websites. Or if you are too loud, your bank account get canceled, your PayPal, your whatever, Patreon. they force change the language we use. Okay, and one of the thing they force change is Unicode emoji. So you can see here's a history. Unicode has this emoji. One of them is gun. So they want to change that. Started by Apple. Apple is one of the most severe scum ever since Steve Jobs died. Okay, Steve Jobs is the greatest innovator. He brought us the most innovations in computer hardware. He basically single-handedly created the online streaming business. He's basically also by himself, he created the entire phone industry, the mobile phone, an evolution. That's Steve Jobs. Since he died, Apple becomes led by this guy, Tim something. So Apple started to begin this replacing the gun emoji by a water pistol. That's the beginning. That's 2016, the beginning of social justice warriors gun by force. Lots of violence on the street, beating people, burning buildings. Nothing you can do. They are like the criminals. Lower class criminals sponsored by this Apple billion-dollar business. Apple, Google, Facebook. So they pushed. So one of the things, they forced change of the language we use, and one of the thing they did is change the gun emoji, replacing it by water pistol. Why do they do that? Well, they say, because gun, you have a gun picture that will cause more violence. Okay, that's one of the, their theory. Okay. So it's a history of emoji, okay? So what? But Elon Musk, who is fighting this kind of very corrupt government, so he bought Twitter, and lots of things happened. He made happen the Twitter files, which is exposing all the crimes of the USA government. Expose it with evidence, lots of it. That's Twitter files. Okay, that's one of the biggest thing happened a year or two ago. Then about 2 days ago, he reverted. So on Twitter, now the gun emoji shows like a gun. Okay, so that's a kind of a chapter of the history of emoji and a sub-story to the politics in USA. Okay, so I started to talk politics. Then I think maybe that's it. That's it for today. So you see, Google is still using water gun. Google, Apple, they haven't changed yet. But I'm pretty hopeful they will change, okay? Because this corrupt, whenever there's a corrupt things happening in society, it may thrive for a while, usually, several years, but eventually, if it's corrupt, if it is untrue, they always die out, okay? Because truth is the most powerful. Why? Is there a God? No. It's because, you have a crowd, you have all the people on earth. Usually, when you have something fake, untrue, that benefit not everyone, usually just a small group of people, maybe a large group of people, but all the rest of the people, the truth is more beneficial to them. So you have this power imbalance. The small group of people who are corrupt or bad, maybe mafia or gangsters or whatever, or maybe a corrupt government or a rogue country, but they are not everyone. Most other people don't want something that's fake because it harmful to them. Okay, so if your small group is very powerful, but you can't last for long unless you control everyone, but that's almost impossible. So eventually, what's true will usually, not always, I mean, statistically, they always will win. Okay, because most people, they want truth, because truth benefit overall everyone. So I'm kind of hopeful that Apple, Google, Microsoft, Samsung, Facebook, they will also revert gun emoji to gun emoji. Okay, emoji is just emoji. If you want to talk about actual violence, that has very little to nothing to do with whether a emoji shows up as a water gun or not. Okay, that went into a heavy politics thing, so I think that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, if you like my stuff, pay me, okay? You can just go to Xah Code, my website, xah-toggle-theme.info, scroll down all the way, and you will find my Patreon and PayPal and Amazon gift card me, okay? I need to increase the price, pay me like, $100 one shot, do that once a year. That would be appreciated if you like my stuff. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.